Hi, this is Catherine Rosen with BoardGameGeek. I'm sitting here with Richard and Jane Denning from Medusa Games, and we're here to talk about Tinker and Tailor. So please tell me about the game.
Sure, yes. Well, it's a light, family, filler type game. Really lasts about 45 minutes.
A nice economic box?
Yes, nice economic box. So the game's all about trying to get these cards. These are the goods cards, of which there are 5 types. You've got your bread, you've got your fish, you've got your cloth, wine, and you've got your gemstones. And the more of these in the set that you can collect, the more they're worth. So 1 gem is worth 4 points, whereas if you can get 8 gemstones, it's worth 90 points, like that. Whereas down at the other end of the range, our bread here goes from 0 all the way up to 18 for a full set.
Yeah, all right.
Okay?
So
generally, when 3 of a type comes out at the cost of the cards.
I'm also assuming then that there's going to be more of these in the game and less of these in the game.
Exactly so. There are only 9 of these in the game, so getting 8 is extremely unlikely. If people allow you to, and it's been done, but if people allow that scenario to occur, they're not playing them very well.
They're probably going to be blocking you.
There are 24 or so of the breads.
Exactly, so it's a lot easier.
These are money cards, and you generally use these to buy these, although they're also worth half their value at the end of the game. And these run from 1 all the way up to there's a 5 in there as well. Now you lay out as many of them as there are players plus 2. So this is set out for a 4-player game, and these are then replenished as they are taken. Now so you're trying to get the sets, and the way you get the sets is by choosing roles, and the roles are inspired by the old nursery rhyme Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Sailor. Which when we did some research on it, we discovered there were variants around the world, slightly different in America to here actually, and different verses and so forth.
Yeah, but as there are with old traditional songs, right?
Traditional songs. So what's going to happen is we're going to shuffle these, and we're going to deal out again 2 more than there are players, so 6 for a 4-player game. And then I'm going to look at those 6, and I'm going to choose the one that I want and keep it quiet for the moment. I would then give it to you. You would choose the one you want and keep it quiet, and we pass it on round. Once we've got round the 4th player, there will be a couple left which will be binned for this particular round. Okay, and then we read out the cards, and the cards are played in the order of the rhyme, actually, which is there. We've got the other ones there. So Tinker would be first if it's been chosen. So even though I went first in the round, I got first pick, I saw all the cards, but it won't necessarily mean that I'm going to go first because I might have chosen the 11th card. Okay? And so the order the cards come up, you have to think what other cards are going to happen, when are they going to happen. Now I know because I saw all 6, but you only saw 5 of them, and Jane only saw 4 of them. So anyway, Tinker allows you to select 1 or more of the lowest value goods cards from the market, so that would be all of the bread.
I see.
And Sailor here, he allows you to take any 2 adjacent goods cards. So you might go with these 2, nice, or these 2, exactly. Rich man can take the highest money card. Soldier actually gets to draw a couple of money cards, take the one he wants, well, the same here, but take the one he wants, and then gives one to one of the player with the least cards. Tailor can take any 1 goods card in the market. Poor man can select 1 or more of the lowest value money cards, so he would take all the 1 cards. Now whenever you've got money, at the end of your turn, you can use it to buy goods cards at the value, the cost in the diamond.
All right.
So if I played that card, I took those 3, I could then go and buy the cloth, or I could buy fish and bread. I can buy as many cards as I've got.
You can buy as many cards as you have, you can afford.
As I can. So
each of these cards are going to be having
each of them has a special power. There are some that do interlock with each other a little bit. So these are the naughty cards, as it were. So the thief allows you to steal a card off of the player. The pirate means that you can take 2 cards, any 2 cards, but you will then replace them with these pirate cards, which blocks out those slots for the moment. It means there's less choice for other people to choose from. And the outlaw, he can name a type of goods, and if the player has it, they have to give it to you. So you have to remember a little bit what have other people picked up. Now these are all naughty cards, so there's got to be a way of catching people out with these, which is what the jailer does. So the jailer says that if the thief the pirate or the outlaw were used, they pay you a random goods card each. And anyway, you get a money card as payment for being the jailer. So there's no particular risk in playing it but if I was the first player and I happened to notice that these, maybe these 3 cards were in the selection, plus
and you would be able to
I know that one of these naughty cards is going to be picked by one of the other players, and if I'm lucky, maybe more than one, and I can then take goods cards off them. The witch card allows you to take cards off everybody and mix it in with a card of your choice from the hand and a card of your choice from here, and then look at those, say, 6 cards, take the 2 you want, and then pass on the cards to the player to your left who will pick the one they want, and so on around the table.
So the round starts with choosing your roles and then doing them in order, then at the end using your money to buy.
And then after you've done your role, once you've done your role, you then spend your money to buy the cards, and then we start again with a whole new round. We all the cards are shuffled back together,
and then you do a new round
and do it again. Now there are 17.
What you're doing is you're just gathering the points.
At the end of the game, as I said, the sets of these are worth more for the more that you have, but also if you can get one of every type, you get a bonus of 10 points on top.
All right.
And that can often be the difference between winning and losing if you can manage to get a set of all 5.
Exactly.
And because there are only 8 of these, if you're playing a 6-player game, say, it can get quite tight to get certain things.
Great. Well, how many players does it play?
It'll take 3 to 6.
3 to 6.
Probably best for sort of the 4-ish is probably about the sweet spot, as it were. But it'll play 3 to 6 quite well.
3 or 4 players.
3 or 4 players is the best.
But 6 works quite well as well. 5's actually the most sort of awkward number.
What you do is you vary the number of rounds. So in a 3-player game, I will lead 4 times. So so there'll be 12 rounds in the game. In a 3-player game, in a 4-player game, there'll be 8 rounds. You get to go first twice. For the 5 in a 6-player game, everyone gets to go first just once. And the 5-player game is a bit of a funny one. So we said there will be 7 rounds. That means that 2 people are going to get to go first twice. Gives them a little bit of an advantage. So we compensate everybody else by giving them an extra goods card.
All right.
And when we do games, we always try and make them bilingual English-German for obvious reasons. So these cards are all multilingual anyway. And then we have a separate set of roll cards in German as well. And the German version of the rhyme, which doesn't scan quite so well, but it works. So Kesselflicke Schneider, Soldat Seemann, and so on. So
we have German rules obviously as well.
How long does the game typically take to play?
Up to about an hour.
Yes, 45.
Depending on how many players there are.
And whether people take a long time to
of course.
I mean, the first time through, some people need to learn. Obviously, there's 17 roles, so it's learning the roles. But once you've done that, you know what they are.
Then
I would normally sit fairly quickly, think that's the best one now. But you have to keep it up. The order that's going on here will change as these cards come out.
Yeah, of course.
So you might get one that says take all the cards of the same type, and there's 3 gems there, and you think, well, that's a good one to have. But by the time you've got there, other cards have come along and taken them out of the way. So the most powerful cards generally are later in the draw. The slightly weaker ones are earlier. So there's a balancing act between which is the ones to go for now. So
in terms of age, children from 8 up, if they've got people playing with them, or sort of 10 plus on their own, it's fine.
Fantastic. Well, that's Tinker Tailor from Medusa Games. Thank you so much.